What's up? What's up? What's up? Louthewritersports back with you once again. Hope everybody's out there taking care of themselves, staying safe, hanging in there the best way they can. I know things are out here rough. I'm going through it too, but I'm doing the best I can just to hold it all together. So there's a lot of things I want to talk about tonight and get off my chest. One of them is James Harden, who's having a great season with the Brooklyn Nets right now. But are people so out on James Harden? They don't believe that he got the capabilities to lead this Brooklyn Nets team to a championship because of his past regressions in Houston. So I understand how people feel about James Harden right now and the type of player he is. Yeah, he looks great in the regular season, but when it comes to playoffs, he's terrible. I understand that because he had the many years he was in Houston. Yeah, he was leading them to the playoffs, but he was not getting it done in the playoffs, and he had run a couple of teammates off. Now he's in a situation in Brooklyn. Saying he's riding the coattails of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Here we go. Even though he's going out there last night putting up triple doubles and playing an MVP type of salute polo and playing in an MVP type of level. But you have people still saying he don't deserve an MVP because the way he left Houston. And he's not going to get it done in the playoffs. They're going to get put out by Philadelphia or they're going to lose to the Lakers in 5. So people who are still mad at the Brooklyn Nets performing the super team are still against the Brooklyn Nets, against James Harden, against on what he's doing right now. So I think at this point of his career, he has reached a level where, yeah, you're gonna be good in the regular season, but you can't get it done in the playoffs. And if he do get it done in the playoffs, if they do win the championship, they still not gonna give James Harden any type of respect. Cause they said, oh yeah, you won the championship, but you was on a super team with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. You need Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to save your butt. Or if he loses, it's talking about, oh, there you go, still the same old James Harden. Can't get it done when it counts. Can't get it done in the playoffs. Can't. It's a whole lot of storylines right now, and James Harden is right now in a bad situation. No matter what happens at the very end of the NBA season. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. See if y'all believe the hype or not. So hit that link and tell me, are people out on James Harden, or they think, are James Harden the same old James Harden is your past? Because I believe James Harden is in a no losing situation right now. If he wins, it's not good enough. If he loses, then they gonna keep on saying the same old James Harden who can't get it done in the playoffs. So right now, I see a lot of people who are out on James Harden right now. And is it fair justified by by people being out on him because it's past because it's past progressions? Let me know. But I'm sure they can't blame people for feeling the way they are because you got these Houston natives are pissed off at James Harden the way he left Houston and what he did to get out of Houston and what he did get out of Houston because I feel well.
Oh, my bad. What's up, Lou, man? How you doing, man?
All right. So, Polo, what you think? Are people out on James Harden?
Um, I know that I am. Uh, I know that I am. And listen, if you're gonna throw a player like James Harden into the MVP discussion, then you need to put other players up there just as well. Why are we talking about just James Harden? Why is the media just praising James Harden? And yes, like you mentioned, his past transgressions does have a lot to do with that. Not only just from the beginning of the year, man, and what he's done, but we also got to look at his track record too, man. Are you truly trying to make your team valuable, or are you trying to just make yourself valuable? Now, listen, we all seen Friday, right? And we know Debo's character, R.I.P. Tiny Lister Jr. Listen, man, you could bully all these people that you want to, you know what I'm saying, like he did in Houston, right? But like Smokey said to what's his name to Craig, he was like, man, he don't be pulling that stuff on them fools around the corner, and that's my idea of James Harden. As soon as he went to Brooklyn, he know that he has to play at a high level because he's around two proven champions in Kevin Durant and Kyrie. That's not gonna stand for that. And he he still ain't the alpha. He's still not the alpha. Now, I don't understand why people are saying, oh yeah, all of a sudden he's playing at the MVP. An MVP in my eyes uplifts their teammates. An MVP in my eye doesn't throw their team under the bus. An MVP in my eye don't sit up there and play like piss poor at the beginning of the season. Now he didn't even give no effort, and then you want to come out in 44? Yeah, that's all gravy. But that's not an MVP. Giannis, for all the hell that everybody gives Giannis about not having a jumper, guess what? Giannis is gonna give 110% effort. That he's gonna go out there and pound the pavement. He's gonna do his best to try to uplift his teammates, and he's gonna show up. That's why he is a two-time MVP, 2 years in a row, and a Defensive Player of the Year. That's the MVP in my eyes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this about Giannis. If Giannis don't start getting it done in the playoffs, people gonna say, yeah, he's good in the regular season, but he's not a playoff performer. People gonna
I
be
agree.
because people gonna be like, he haven't made NBA finals and he haven't did nothing. He haven't make a deep playoff run. Like yeah, Giannis is good, but what made you like if Giannis forced himself to be traded to a contending team where he can form a super team, then people gonna be out on him. People ain't gonna respect what he had to do just to win a championship. Because
Right.
the same thing that happened to players this in this generation is the same thing that happened to players back then. They didn't, even though they wasn't winning, they did not lead their team to form a super team just to get that ring. These players today, they so soft that if you hear the media talk about them bad like that, they leave the organization they with just to go somewhere else just to get a championship ring. So if Giannis don't get it done these next 5 years, don't be surprised if he leaves to go to a attending team to get a championship.
Well, I don't think that Giannis is built that way. Um, I,
Yeah, you say
I
it now, Polo, but wait, just give it time.
well, right. I see what you said. No, I understand your logic,
Cause, cause
bro.
think,
Don't
cause,
don't
cause
don't
think
get it
about it.
twisted.
Cause think about it. If things go wild way, I think it's gonna go. Brooklyn and Philadelphia gonna be the only two teams in the East attending for the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but I mean, we got to get to together. Listen, before we get on, well, I'm gonna get on Giannis in just a second, but just to your point, yes, I understand your logic and your reason for saying that. Now, do I completely agree? I don't agree with the fact that you know that Giannis is gonna just come up short each and every year. I feel like Milwaukee uh, adding that PJ Tucker because we lost to them last night, Luke. We lost to them last night in Philly. Philly lost to them. Uh, I feel like adding that extra piece right there. They still need another scorer, another dynamic scorer that can get you buckets. I think that they're just like a piece away. But this is all I was saying too. If we're gonna get up here and talk about you know somebody like Giannis caliber, we need to look at some of these other guys that fail to come up, fail to produce when it matters most. And like you touched on it, James Harden has 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 done that time and time again. Okay, yeah, he's made it, Western Conference and stuff like that. But I mean, other than that, man, in key moments, you have shown everybody knows it, and that's the black cloud on him. And until that, you're not gonna really get my just due. Is he a tremendous regular season player? Yeah, he is. Do I like his style of play? Not necessarily. I hate his style of play. ISO ball to me. If you're gonna do that, man, you gotta at least somewhat make it elevate your team, and that's what a MVP is about. It's about motivating your team and being valuable to your team, man. Now, as far as Philly, that's what I need to talk about right now, though, and I'm gonna touch on that.
I'm just
Just
gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this, Polo, right here. Even if James Harden do win this championship this year, in these next 2 years, people are not going to respect James Harden because he had to do what he had to do just to get those championships.
that's facts.
Like James Harden's in a losing situation. If you win, people still not going to respect you. If you lose, they're going to really not respect you because what you did had to do just to get there. So to me, James Harden in a losing situation no matter what.
Right, right. He can't win either way, and see that's very key what you touched on. You see, you touched on people joining other guys and stuff like that. It's just very few players. Now I'm hoping, like you said about Giannis, and I'll even throw Kawhi out there. I'll throw, even they talked
You got
about.
to throw Ben Simmons in there too, Polo.
Yeah, I hope that they don't join other guys and join forces and stuff like that. Now, as far as Ben Simmons, listen, I love the way Ben Simmons is playing, but he still needs to just score just a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? Because we proved that we can win without Embiid and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we still, don't get me wrong, we need Embiid. I need, okay, last night he had 13, 12, and 10. Last night he had a triple double. Okay, yes, that's fine. But the next best player on the team, and Tobias Harris is damn near 50, 40, 90, and he had 19 last night, and that's unlike him. But I need Ben Simmons to. Okay, yeah, you had 9 rebounds, and maybe you had a couple of assists, and now that'll actually boost up a little bit. We had that game, but guess what happened? What killed us was fouls, and Milwaukee being a little bit more aggressive with the combination of Holiday, Giannis, and that other boy, number 24, that white dude, forget his name. But anyways, I didn't mean to digress. Yeah, yeah, man.
When you play
But I didn't mean
Milwaukee,
to digress.
you already know they're gonna draw fouls because that's what they do. Because they're not a knockdown shooting team like that. Yeah, they hit they hit some 3-pointers, but they're not really that good a great shooting team.
Right. Yeah. Well, they actually Brooke Lopez.
You breaking up, Polo. You still breaking up?
Lou.
Yeah, I hear you good.
I wasn't talking about late, but I was talking about when Milwaukee first to make their press out and everything. They were when Brooke team like they want, like they want, because New York is hungry. They've been losing by much. They've been losing very close.
What up, T Price?
What's good,
Salute
family?
T Price.
What's good, Polo?
So
I
let
can
me get
finally
your.
talk.
So
Go
let
ahead.
me get your. We talking about James Harden. Are you out
hmm
on James Harden?
I'm not judging him for his. I don't think I could judge him by basketball. On the court, he you can't deny what he's doing. I mean, you can't take that away and everything like that. But I don't think he's going to win it per se. Only thing he needs to do for me is win a championship. But he's done everything else. You know what I mean? So it's either make it or break them. They don't get it done. You already know.
But but
Y'all.
but T Price, here's the problem though. If he
hmm
wins, people are not going to respect that he won. If he loses, they still ain't gonna really respect him. So he's in a losing situation no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. But also another thing too, fam. A lot of people, especially these RoboCop fans, they forget that LeBron won with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Won twice. Matter of fact, when they had a big three, you see what I'm saying? But they always want to move the goalposts. But I don't like how he did to get out of Houston per se. But I only could judge him what since he done in Houston, he been handling his business. But at the same time, we've seen this before. Regular season, you got to prove it in the playoffs and get that ring.
Like he knows at this point of his career, if he don't get no rings, they're gonna think of him as there was one player
Mm-hmm.
who always had a great regular season but never got it done in the playoffs.
Oh man, I can't even think right now, man. I've been working so much, man. I can't even think right now. But yeah, I get
Bernard,
what you're saying
Bernard,
though.
Bernard King. Well, not Mitch Richmond, but Mitch Richmond was a great, a great scorer and everything. But he was always, he was never even,
Hmm.
going nowhere. And he was a dynamic player. You didn't really get to see it until late in his career, until he, got to go on another squad,
Does
man.
does Allen
But he got a
Iverson
ring with the
fall?
Lakers. I
Hold
watched
up,
Mitch
hold
when
up.
he was at
Yeah,
Kansas State.
Do Allen
yeah, but
Iverson fall in that cat? Do Allen Iverson fall in that category? He got it done the
I don't
regular
say.
season.
no,
I say no. I say no
absolutely
because this
not.
is my reason. This is why I be trying to tell the new generation too. They're like, "Well, AI done got a ring, so Curry's better." Like, dude, AI took all the little players that he had every single year to the playoffs. Every single year. Every single year. And then they finally got through in '01. But then, once he went to Denver, his career just went bam after that. But nah,
But and
anybody in
see,
that anybody that has basketball common sense will also know that Allen Iverson didn't have nowhere near the second tier players of these players they have right now. Nowhere near that.
right, exactly. And to touch on what T Price is saying, man, the Houston organization, T Price and Lou, man, they
Hmm.
have constantly put him in the best position to always win it. He just failed to capitalize on it, And AI, he had to march in the office. Man, they weren't putting no pieces. Man, that year after the finals, T Price and Lou, that was horrible. What they, how they did
Already
AI.
know. Already know, bro. We are man. That hurt my soul how they was treating that
Yeah,
man. Like that man. You know what that kind of remind me of? He kind of remind me how Barkley was when Barkley was in 76 was playing with Philly.
right,
They
right.
never put nobody around Barkley either. That's a good example too. But Barkley ended up getting a chance to go
But
to the
hold up,
finals and shit. But
wasn't probably there his when he first came to Philly, wasn't he there with Dr. J?
Yeah, but they were
yeah,
they
they
were
they
they
was
were older
older.
though, Lou.
They were older and they was together. Yeah, they was on the way out on some real shit. On some real
The other
shit.
day, he was trying to teach him the game. He came in there with
Hmm.
Rick
Yeah, Brian
Mahorn,
Dawkins too. Yeah, Dawkins too.
Brian
Daryl Dawkins.
Dawkins,
Brian
I
Dawkins.
Maurice
thought
Yeah.
like
Maurice
to
Cheeks.
me, even though they was older, Philly still had a good, decent team because they battle Boston in the East almost every year.
Of course, and nobody gonna beat
Yeah,
Boston with Kevin McHale
yeah.
and
Kevin
Robert. You
McNeil,
gotta
Larry Bird, Robert
Kevin
Parrish.
McHale, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. Like, come on, man. That's a start, man. But
And then
92
back
Danny
in the
Ainge.
day, T
That's
Price,
four
they
Hall
had
of
Reggie
Famers.
Lewis, R.I.P. Reggie Lewis. They ran
Right.
in the
Hmm.
Reggie. People
Yeah.
forget Reggie Lewis could hoop before he died,
Reggie
man.
Lewis can go. That dude can go.
No,
That dude was a
this what
bad
happened.
man.
I think this what happened. They was hoping that when Lynn Byrd died, they was hoping that Reggie
Oh
Lewis and
man,
Lynn
yeah,
Byrd was going to lead that team.
Right.
When Larry Bird and
Hmm.
then and that kind of messed everything up when Lynn Byrd passed away.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that as a kid. That hurt my heart, man.
yeah.
Because everybody wasn't because it's like I was telling. It's like I tell these youngsters every day. I was like, dude, Mike was still gonna be Mike, but he know his
Mm-hmm.
competition was Lynn Bias though.
Maryland
Think
and
about
He was
that big.
UNC.
Think about what that big three would look like: Lynn Byrd, Reggie Lewis, and
mm,
probably older. I think Larry Bird retired at 35.
Nah.
McHale.
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
think
know
of who they had
I'm about to get
during
in my
during that
laptop and
time.
look and see. I'm about to get
Because
on my
I
laptop
know
and see.
T Price, that's the enemy. So
Yeah. I don't fuck with the enemy, man. But one thing for sure though, I'm just a fan of basketball though. So
yeah,
I'm a
he
fan of
like
basketball. So
he be hey T Price be studying. Hey, they just got such and such. You know what, man? We got something for them.
right,
like you can't get the
right,
one thing
man, right.
one thing you cannot knock about Boston, like when they know how to build their team up for years and years.
Mm,
When it comes to building
exactly.
Hmm.
teams, they know how to do that well.
But Danny Ainge ain't doing a good job of that right now, man. Danny Ainge is just he's a you know how Danny Ainge is. I ain't even gonna get on that, man. But you know,
Hmm.
Hey, you
we
gotta
He's
admit,
like the
already
Danny
devil
Ainge
to
did
me.
make some great. Danny Ainge did
He's
make
a,
some great draft picks, though.
yeah. I mean, he did, but man, he hasn't been doing nothing as of late. Lou, everybody want to
right.
blame Brad Stevens, but it's man, we know the elephant in the room, man. It's Danny Ainge, man. You got two superstars. I'm gonna say two superstars, man. And Kimber, listen, man, I like Kimber, but he hasn't been consistent, man. They need to give that boy Pritchard more time. Pritchard
You
off the
want to
bench,
know?
that
You want
little
to know what they
white
thought
dude.
about him when they add Kimber? They thought he was gonna come in and be like an Isaiah Thomas type of guy.
Yeah, no.
Hmm.
I like Kimber, but he come on, y'all. T Price and Lou, he is not 100%.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. He's not to me either. You know. Now, when I saw you on, I said, let me holler at Luke because I was trying to chime in on ticket shit, but it was hard for me to get in. Niggas didn't even know I was in the chat room. They're like, T Price, we didn't know you was here. Y'all won't let me speak. But yeah, but I'm looking at the old school rosters. In '87, they had Mark Akers, they had Danny Ainge, Larry Bird, Darren Day. I remember him. He went to UCLA. Artis Gilmore, or oldest Artis Gilmore. They had Connor Henry, Dennis Johnson, Greg Kite, Reggie Lewis, who was born November 21st. And he got the same birthday as my dad. That's
So
crazy. I
he
didn't
got
even
the
know
Reggie
that.
Lewis got there what 87,
Brad
and
Lowhouse, he
Lynn
was a
Bass
rookie.
died in what?
They had Jim Paxson. They had Dirk Minifield. I remember him when he went to Kentucky. They had Robert Parrish, Centenary, Jim Paxson, Fred Roberts, and Jerry Sheasting. I remember that little short little fucker.
Yeah,
Like what year did
Hmm.
Lynn Bass die? 86.
It was '86, yeah,
yeah, it was
around that.
before the draft.
Yeah, right.
So
The year that Matt not Magic Jordan draft. Yeah, that Jordan draft.
Hmm.
He died right before that. No, he
Okay.
drafted after that. Like doing as soon as he got drafted, he died like the next day or some shit. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was on the night,
and
very
Reggie
next
I
night.
remember
Lewis
that
died
night.
what 92.
Yeah,
Let me look
yeah,
up.
he died
Yeah,
in like 92, 93.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Because it was in
That
a
was my guy.
pickup
He was so
game.
nasty. He was so nasty, bro. And
Hmm.
he had a jumper. And he had a J. And he could take you off the dribble.
T Price, he was just hey, listen, I was watching I don't know if y'all seen it, but y'all need to check it out. They got the Last Chance U basketball on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Where the guy
Mm-hmm.
said, one of the youngsters said, listen, there's a basketball player and then there's a hooper. He said a basketball player, they does what they told and everything, but they're not as good as a hooper because a hooper knows how to get buckets and he got a lot of talent and everything. That's what Reggie Lewis was. Reggie Lewis was a hooper. He knew how
Yeah.
to get buckets.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? He went to a small school too. He went to Northeastern. I'm
Oh
looking at
wow.
this shit now. I remember. Yeah, he went to a small
Hmm.
school. Yeah, he played for the Celtics 1987 to 1993.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
imagine Lynn Bass and Reggie Lewis playing together for all those years.
I remember he used to go against Michael Jordan. Look at the 1988 when he went against Mike. He had 33
Hmm.
points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Jordan had 38 points and 9 rebounds. Them two was going at each
Because
other, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I
Boston
try
was
to
back.
tell Cass. Cass was going back at Jordan too.
See, Boston right there was banking on Lynn Bass and Reggie Lewis to be the two guys to lead them to the promised land for the next 10 to 20 years, 10 to
Hold,
15 years.
hold on one second, y'all. All right.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Good to hear from you, Lulu. Good to hear you too, Polo. Y'all
Like,
too, and
think about
James.
it.
Y'all too, right there. Y'all want some of my favorite people on here, bro. For real, for real.
Because when Boston knew that Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Rob Perry was on their way out, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they drafted Lynn Bass, they drafted Reggie Lewis because they knew they were going to be the future of their organization.
I never
When
forget
Reggie,
this. Go ahead, bro. When Reggie was what?
when Lindbaugh died, that kind of messed things up because they was hoping that Lindbaugh would come in and learn under Kevin McHale and Robert Purge because Lindbaugh was gonna be Kevin McHale replacement at the power forward,
Mm-hmm.
where Reggie Lewis was
Dang.
gonna be Larry Bird replacement.
They still got him as they got him in here at the Celtics Legends. Reggie Lewis, 6'7", 195 pounds, 165. They got him posting up. He was a first round draft choice. He was 22nd pick overall in the 1987 draft. He passed away. Dang, he passed away July 27, 1993.
Now, if those two wouldn't have, if those two would have lived for a long life like they're supposed to the dying young, I think my
Uh-huh.
Chicago Bulls don't get that championship in 91 or 92 or 93
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
we had the battle them in the East. There would have been tough battles.
Hey, I'm looking at his regular season averages. His first year, he averaged 4.5 points, and he played 49 games. Okay. Then the next year, he averaged 18.5. The next year, he averaged 17 points. The next year, he averaged 18.7. And his best years, honestly, was his last 2 years. 'Cause I remember that growing up. I was a freshman, and everybody was like, Lakers got Reggie Lewis. I'm like, I heard of him because I seen him on TV playing in college. Like, I mean, he is nice, but I don't root for Boston because I'm a Laker fan. I would say they got a nice player. He was, and he's one of another ones that's so unfortunate, man. He was a killer, bro. He was a straight killer for real, and he shot good from the free throw line.
Yeah, I also want to touch on this Deshaun Watson little thing real quick.
Oh, Deshaun. Oh, I don't get into football, but I heard. Okay, go ahead, man. What you? I didn't hear. I want to hear from you though, because I don't get into social media, man. I mean mainstream media. They like to hide a lot of shit. I wait till the facts come out before I say anything for somebody. He allegedly
Okay,
supposed to.
right now,
Um.
3 women at the massage parlor filed a lawsuit against Deshaun Watson, saying he forced them to have oral sex with him while he was getting massage.
But this. Oh, you know what's crazy about short story? Deshaun Watson, I met his mom. He's from Gainesville, Georgia, not Gainesville, Florida. He's from Gainesville, Georgia. They actually is a Gainesville in Georgia. I met his mom because at the time I was working for Habitat at the time on my second job working at Habitat, and I met his mom. She was just telling me how her son is one of the best players in the country in football, and I ended up going to some of his games when he was in college. You know what I mean? But I just hope that's unfortunate. I just hope that it's not true and everything like that because I know he tried to get traded. I'm like, dang, he tried to get traded. Now these allegations come
Well,
out. Something,
I don't
something
think
ain't right.
that's not true though.
Something ain't right.
Let
Something
me
ain't
tell
right
you.
about that.
Let me tell y'all something though, Lou. Let me tell you something, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but listen, man. Let me tell you what's going on, man. The what's it called? Something. Did y'all hear that the lawyer uh lives close, or somebody from the organization lives close to? It's somewhere that like they live in the vicinity of one another.
Okay.
Uh, and see, they've already been butting heads. You know that, Lou. You know that T. Prize. They've already been butting heads. Deshaun Watson, he wants out of H Town, and
yeah, we
so
all know about that.
that
They've been butting heads because the owner's son, and that whole family, something ain't right with them.
I don't see
right.
how.
So the owner,
That's why I watch that football, man. I don't get it too. But go ahead. Go ahead, Polo.
no, well, pretty much what I was saying, man. Just to get to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
They they tried to sit up there and try to get like some other women that came out and try to
Mm,
make accusations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And this dude
mm,
been married he been married to the same girl since what, college?
Yep.
Like,
No,
you know,
I
that
already know
ain't
who the
that
woman
his
is.
high school sweethearts?
That's his high school. It's his high school
here's the
sweetheart.
situation right now. He dating some girl. He dating some Instagram models. They've been like kicking it for the last I think 2 years now. They engaged to be married, and she bad as hell too. Like, you telling me
These dudes be
he
caught up with these
cheated?
Instagram models. I don't get it.
Yeah, Instagram thoughts.
I don't never get that.
Well,
Go ahead, Luke.
like, she bad. They've been kicking it for 2 years. I think they're engaged to be married, and basically they're around each other almost 24/7.
Right.
Now you telling me that he went to the massage parlor, and forced that girl to give him oral sex, knowing who he is? Because I think I want, make me kind of wonder. He been wanting out of Houston. Make me kind of wonder if they trying to set him up where he gets so much bad publicity that he can't leave Houston.
I think she probably got mad because maybe she did want. Maybe he didn't tip her enough. Or maybe she wanted the hey, T Price and Lou. Maybe she wanted, in my Bernie Back voice, the dick. Maybe she wanted that and she didn't get it.
I was just thinking about Bernie Mac when you were talking.
Bernie Mac, but she didn't get it.
Now, people who are hearing this right now, we are against sexual harassment.
I'm definitely against sexual harassment. Yeah. Sorry about I'm not egging that stuff on or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm a type dude. I keep all the way 1,000 with people. I don't care if this is YouTube or everything like that. That's just how I'm built. I'm molded like that. In my opinion, this is what I think. Okay. He wants to get out of Houston. Everybody know that's a fact. And the only why I know about the Texas because I'm a fan of him because I watched him in college. And I watched him in high school and I watched him in college too. And he went to the pros. This is what I think. They don't want this man to leave. They're trying to me, in my opinion, they try to make, you know how they try to make us black people in the media that we're the rapists and we're this and that and all this yada yada stuff. I think it's far fetched. I think he's gonna clear his name because I actually met his mom. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but I met his mom. But I just wish the best for him because I know how it is. Because you know how these women be. That's why I understand these dudes, man. You falling for the trap every time. Falling for the trap. You falling for the trap. Every single one of them. You falling for the trap. You getting caught up by the Instagram thoughts and shit. Fuck out of here.
But see,
now I'm also like it too. If you want to massage that bad, why don't you have your fiance do it for you?
Yeah.
Instead of going to massage.
If you want to massage,
right. Hey, that's why I don't understand it. Hey, Lou, I feel you, Lou. Hey, Lou, it's like I don't understand. And you know what? Short story. What happened to me today? My boy was like, "Hey, bro, you talking about basketball?" And he was like, "Hey, I'm about to go and go." He went to go somewhere. I was like, "Dude, what are you going to do that for? Your lady know how to do that. She ain't gonna know." I'm like, "Dude, so you open up a can of worms right there, bro.
Right.
Why are you gonna hire somebody and your woman does that's her field, and you gonna go to somebody else?" You know what I said there? Man, that's sad, bro.
And we know, and we not stupid. We know what they going there for.
If you want to get a massage, get somebody who knows how to get somebody who knows how to crack your neck and your legs out instead of going to some woman.
Nah, you know, some of them, man, you know, they Lou, come on, let's keep it real, man. They want that happy. But anyway, I'm gonna lay that point. But you know, like T Price and Lou, Robert Kraft, come on now.
Hey, you already know, bro. Come on, man.
Man. Come on now.
You know what? This
is
massage.
Now, what he should have did, what people been saying on Twitter, he said he should have had the women sign some papers before getting the massage. Like
let me grab a feet.
like
Man,
Okay,
that's
I'm like,
sad,
okay,
man.
okay, you're gonna be touching my body. Can you sign any
Mm-hmm.
papers? Because if you don't sign no papers, you're gonna think I'm just harassing you. Because
Right,
that's way
right.
things are now.
Right.
And you
You
don't know what
already
they be
know.
saying. You don't know what some of these women be saying to entice these guys.
Ain't
You know
that
what
the
I'm saying? Because
truth?
you walk
Ain't
in,
that the truth?
Lou T Price, you walk in, a bad female come in. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see them at first because you got your, you know what I'm saying. You might not see them at first. You know what I'm saying? And then she
Mm-hmm.
start touching you and all this and saying something. You know what I'm saying? Of course the dude gonna be entitled. He a man. If he ain't, then you ain't no man. Then you know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
mean, we can't just put it on like some people are actually putting it on Watson. Like, oh, he shouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
did this, he shouldn't have did that. You'll be surprised. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same
Right.
token, we gotta look at what's going on right now. It's just like that situation. I'm switching subject. That situation that happened with RIP to the people that got killed in Indianapolis. Okay, yeah, I feel bad for that stimulus check situation that happened, but we don't know what that girl did to provoke that guy
Right.
to act like that.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
my
one thing
point.
about the mainstream media. We don't never hear the whole story. It's what
You don't
it's
never
the
hear the
story
whole
they want us
story.
to believe.
Just think about that running back for the Dallas Cowboys.
Ezekiel.
Yeah, it, like the woman told the NFL that girl crazy. She's lying about everything. But but instead of believing her, they believe that girl. Cause
Well,
you
you always
know,
gonna believe the girl. Because the laws protective, these laws are created to protect the woman.
Right.
And that's why you got some scandalous women that take advantage of it. It's like, for instance, Polo and Lou, I could go to the police and say, hey, and I've seen this happen before in the South, in the West Coast, and up north. I have friends that went to the police and said, I got sexually harassed. Them dudes sat there and laughed at the motherfuckers.
Right. Right.
Like, oh, you, hey, I'm like, dude, and my boy was dead serious. Like, I'm like, hey, I told you don't go in there and do. One thing I told him, like, I appreciate your courage, but sooner or later, it's gonna tap in. A lot of people don't know this. They got a lot of women that rape guys in this world too, but they don't. They don't.
Man.
They don't. They don't have the microscope lens on them. You see what I'm saying? It goes both ways across the fence with me. That's how
yeah, I
I
remember
see
when
it.
DMS said he got raped. I'm like, motherfucker, get out of here! You ain't get raped.
Yeah, but you look at DMX and you look at his persona and you be like that's why you
Mm-hmm.
had that reaction, Lou. You be like, man, what the man, get out of
Mm-hmm.
here. You know, if anything, you know what I'm saying. You was like, okay, go ahead. You know, but some people would look at that, but it does happen like Chief Price was saying, man, and it's hard to believe. But what you gonna do? You gonna lose your man card because you go to the authorities or you go to somebody else and you be like,
Mm-hmm.
man, dog, man,
No.
she
At the time, he
push.
said the reason that girl got pregnant because he raped me because he raped me.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
That's because he got several women pregnant because he was cheating on his wife, and he told his wife
right.
all those girls raping me.
And that's one
That's
thing. Speaking of DMX, speaking of my boy X, I would just listen to his old school album, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. I think that was it. And he said he was talking about Tacoma, Washington. He was talking about that's why I named my song Tacoma because they had the best weed. I was like, and I was remembering I was so young. I was like, okay, what is he talking about? So then my best friend, my childhood friend, got a picture in her house of her and DMX. When DMX used to come there every summer and kick and do concerts and shit. Got so many pictures of that motherfucker. You
Hey,
know, he was just a
look,
real
when
cool, laid back, chill dude.
when it comes
yeah,
to performing live, he gives his all. He's a great
Yeah,
performer. He's a great performing live. Cause I seen him live, man. He was killing it out there.
yeah,
Like
DMX
he's
is
that,
that.
very
Yeah, he was
he's
that.
very spiritual. He's very spiritual. He's a very spiritual person, man. And
And
he's
you
been
could tell
through a
that
lot
man
in his
know
life.
God too. You could tell that man know God though too, man. Like, you know, you could just tell, man. But for Deshaun Watson, I'm just praying, hoping that I'm wishing them for the best for him. If you did do it, I'm not judging you. This is one thing about society, but I don't understand about this
no,
world.
it's like his T Price. If he did it, his career's over.
Right, because you already know he's black, of course. I'm going to keep it one way, 1,000 with you. Okay, this is one thing I don't understand, y'all. Hey, Lou, And Polo, can you answer me? Can you answer me this? In your lifetime, I'm 42 years old. In your lifetime, have you ever heard anything from a professional white athlete in football, hockey, or baseball doing anything like they put on black people in your life?
Yeah,
Only thing I can think about is one.
Brett Favre.
Ben Roethlisberger? No, that was
Yeah, I know
different.
about Ben and Brett. That's
Yeah,
an exception,
yeah,
but other than that, man, they don't talk about them like that, man.
yeah. They don't
I
really
never
talk about them
understood
like
this.
that. Yeah, you're right.
I never understood this in my life in the media. Y'all always talk about these black players. Y'all come
Hmm.
down on the black players, but then the other ones y'all protect. I don't know how the rules how that go, but hey, I just ain't never understood it. So then I used to ask my dad this when my dad was living like that. He's like, "Yeah, son, do white players do anything?" He's like, "Yeah, you just don't go hear about it." I didn't understand it because I was young at the time. You know what I'm saying? But then when I got older, I saw exactly what he talked about. They ain't gonna put it out there in the media. You don't hear nothing about no hockey. You don't hear nothing about them motherfuckers doing shit. I know they be going 8-10 in hockey. I got a
Yeah.
boy that I got a homeboy son that's in the hockey shit. He's telling me some shit. I'll be like, God damn. He's like, man, you ain't gonna never hear that shit. Never. They be
I
getting
mean, look at
turned
look
up
look
on the hockey.
look at look at look at how they square up. T. Price.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
Right,
should
right,
that should
right.
already tell you right there.
Right, yeah, I already know, man. Yeah, it's just funny when I hear his stories, man, cause he's young in the NHL. He probably been in he been in there probably like I say like 2 3 years now. He's a good kid. He a good kid. Yeah, he called me from time to
But
time.
you got to look at A.T. Price. What about Peyton Manning? He did some.
Mm. Not on that Tom Brady shit, but he's supposed to be. But they put this motherfucker on the pedestal like he's just the greatest ever. I'm like, okay, he's not to me, but that's how y'all want to say it. Okay.
Hey, look, y'all. Hey, man, I got to bounce y'all, man. But man, I'm gonna say this, man. I hope that Deshaun Watson arises from this.
Say, it's good to
I
hear
hope
from
he
you, Polo.
arises
It's
from
been
it.
a long time, bro. I
Yeah,
can see
nah,
you in the chat,
man.
man.
Yeah, I've been I've been really, it's been a lot of stuff that's, been transpiring and stuff like that. But nevertheless, man, hey, I'm gonna come with the videos, man. I've been kind of trying to take care of some personal stuff, man. But
Oh, you need
uh,
to that, bro. I'm praying for you, brother.
yeah,
Always, bro.
yeah, man. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all be safe out here, man. Y'all really be safe out
Yes,
here.
sir. Will do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I got respect. I got respect for Deshaun Watson. I hope he does rise from this, and I hope
Same.
it's not true. Because if it's true, then his career is over. Ain't no team gonna want to
Mm-hmm.
pick him up. The Texans gonna find some type of reason to cut him from their roster. Because right now the NFL is investigating this whole situation right now. After
Mm-hmm.
after free lawsuits filed, they got no choice, but they gotta investigate because they're gonna do their due diligence. And if he does play this season, you already know they're gonna boo him, and you already know the Me Too movement who always love to take down black men are already involved right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, where were y'all at when that white dude beat up his black girlfriend? Where were y'all at? Now y'all want to come out?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Everything happened for a reason. That's why I always investigate. I hear what they tell me on TV, then I do my own little personal investigation of it. My mind, open up my mind and understand it. Then I figure out from there. Because I don't feed into a lot of this stuff that they say on here. But something like that hits home to me because I know people I got friends that they ain't gonna never see the daylight out, period. And they ain't never even raped the person. They even raped the girl. They ain't getting life, period. And this man, sexual harassment or anything, whatever the case might be, I just hope he just be able to bounce back from it, man. Because honestly, this is what I say too. my honest opinion, I think he's better than Mahomes. That's just my opinion, but Mahomes just have a better coach, better organization, as we say across the line. John's a beast. To me, that's his threat. That's Mahomes. That's Mahomes' threat to me. Everybody wants to say it's Lamar Jackson, but it's him. That's just my opinion, though. I don't get into that football anymore, anyway. But
You know, when an organization want to try to take you down, try to do whatever they can to make sure you don't leave, they will do some
Mhm.
type of slick things like this. Because I think
Yeah,
I think the Houston Texans are behind this whole situation right now. Because all of a sudden these women out the blue filing lawsuits, there may be more women file lawsuits against Deshaun Watson, where he may end up getting
mm,
suspended for like half the season, something like that, or get released. The Texans feel like, oh, we gave you this contracting system. We want you to keep playing her because you helped put butts in the seat.
mhm,
You're a star quarterback.
mhm.
So
It's crazy. I ain't getting no good games on my end. I'm gonna be watching the start of the tournament tonight.
man, fuck that tournament.
Yeah, I still gotta watch it anyway, man. I know Louisville didn't make it. I don't care, did they?
No, because they on some. They said, oh, y'all missed too many games to make the tournament because the COVID
What?
policy.
Man, they got a team in there that they're going on to play 14 games, and they made the tournament. But they was in that's a small conference though too. But they only played 14 games. They all say first game, and they're like 14-1 or some shit. That's bullshit.
That what the guy who run the tournament committee said. The guy who worked at the University of Kentucky, the athlete director.
Hmm. What was
Seemed
your
kind
overall record this year? What was your overall record was this year? Well, they ended their season, I should say.
of 13-7.
Hey, did they make it to the NIT? Did they
They
get an
turned that
invite for the
down.
NIT?
They turned it down.
Yeah, I would too. That's like a slap in the face.
And already today, Chris Mack got rid of 2 coaches. Like he
Oh
had to
yeah,
make
Chris Mack. Yeah, I forgot y'all do got Chris Mack down there. He's a good coach. I've been
like
watching him for a long time.
that probably make people understand that, but they mad at Chris Mack talking about he sucks. Like after 3 years, he sucks.
I gotta take this call, man. I'll holler at you later, bro. It's my mom
All right,
calling in.
man.
All right.
Well, I'm about to go ahead and end the show. I want y'all thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. Hit that subscribe button to keep following me when I do another live show, and hit that like button for me. Subscribe to my page. Other than that, thanks for coming. Peace.